and a thing. She's a woman, black woman, and she's a Supreme Court justice. How does that work for the team? See, we really got to start looking at our race as a team and compete in all levels, because there has to be opportunities created and put in play for the youngsters. And it's not something that can't be done. We just want to see and look at how some of our baby boomers and some of you who are retiring right now, who've had that one job from the CETA program, after school program, working at jobs for 30 and 40 years, learning a trade, becoming contractors, doing the blue collar things, getting the union jobs. There's a lot of openings in the trucking industry. Right now is the time. And when I talk about reparations, I'm not talking about just putting money in people's pockets. I'm talking about putting an infrastructure in play so, God willing, the younger generation get to live in their golden ages over 50, that they'll have the resources and necessary environments that can grow and can be sustained over a substantial period of time. Because this government has to be challenged. And this is why we have Conservatives of America. This is why we have a Better Black America. This is why we got SEDCA, Social Economic Development Coalition of America. This is why we have Seas for Peace. This is why we have Black Men March on LA, which we're going to be working on a conference style presidential understanding, because we really got to be on the same sheet of music. So these things are going to be in plain sight. The literature, how to frame things, how to talk about it, because he who controls the image really holds the power. So we need to take our power by controlling our image, because what we're seeing right now is a microcosm of destruction, the candle being burned on both ends. You can't be the best and the worst. That expires. Burn the candle on both sides and see what happened very fast. Burn a stem on both sides. It's going to catch up very fast. Just being lit on one side is enough, progress in the wrong direction, because you are digression or regression. But burning it on both sides is catastrophic. So we really cannot be distracted. So we know what to do. And all we need to do is understand that it takes, anytime that a good thing comes up, there's always an opposition. So we cannot be worried and concerned about the opposition and just focused on, flying. So let the opposition chase us. Like the white horse in, the book of Revelation, after he got out and everybody else came after. So let's just stay on our white horses, metaphorically, from a spiritual perspective, and win many battles individually, and all come together to create enough energy to actually recalibrate what was put into play. And that's been going on for thousands of years. We was framed, and we will continue to be framed until we go back and right the wrongs and make those necessary corrections. But man, a terrorist named Mr. James is being looked at. He's a person of interest. They haven't found him yet. So clearly, as long as he is not, in police custody, then he's on the run, because clearly he knows what's going on. Social media, there's no way you can not know what's going on. And I'm sure he's not in plain sight, because clearly people could just pick him out of, there he is. But I was wondering yesterday, what was the distraction? What was it? I was wondering. And today the story did break about the Democratic Lieutenant Governor of New York, the second person in command for the state, was arrested yesterday. the current governor had a news conference scheduled for 12 noon, and then this grand distraction of a terrorist attack that they're not calling, because if they do not call it a terrorist attack, then I'm just saying it. We're going to be in, now I'm not saying we're going to be in trouble, but we're going to have to be on the lookout, because when they put the hammer down, they're going to put the hammer down. And it's better to be proactive than reactive. When we've seen this dance before, but we're so distracted and not knowing what's going on. But that's what I'm saying. We're going to have to be on the same sheet of music and just allow our melanin to connect us. And then with the Black, Latin, Asian, Caucasian kinsmen, allow the brotherhood. Just understanding that all families and all communities should have the same opportunities to prosper if they choose to do so. And then we'll have then we'll be motivating factors to get people to be motivated. Because it's hard to be motivated when there's nothing there to be motivated for. Like, okay, I got to do this, but it's not an option for me because it's not in my community. I don't have the finances. I don't know what a program is. I don't know how to fill. I don't know where to. There's a whole lot of things. So these social situations are going to have to be recreated and rethought. And like looking at a Black constitution, code of ethics for us is something that's in play already, because we cannot continue to be the best and the worst and have the candle burning on both sides. A terrorist attack, Black man on the lookout, New York, named Mr. James, and a lieutenant governor, brother, Brian Benjamin, arrested yesterday. Everybody says they're innocent, but you got to understand how Republicans play. This is their reaction on, stopping the steal. And they got Cuomo out of there. They got the governor out of there. They got the mayor out of there. So now they have a Democratic female governor, a sister police chief, a Black mayor, and now they want to do something about crime because we got a Black man they won't even say as a domestic terrorist and trying to put him down as just regular. Because if you look at the Willie Lynch Act, we're going to talk about it in the near future, because there are some things in there that was added. They don't have nothing to do with lynching, terrorist threats, kidnapping. So it's a whole bunch of things in there. And Joe Biden says nothing happened by accident. So I believe him. So when you hear a sound over there and everybody's pointing in this direction, look the other direction, because for them to do what they do, they're going to have to continue to distract us. But that's my time, man. And thanks for tuning in to A Better Black America podcast. And we are really gearing up for the fall season. We are really, ahead of the game right now, because fall is when things get launched. So we're going to roll into the spring, the summer, and we're going to come with a real plan. So if you're wondering how we're doing it, we like to thank all of our contributors, all the ones who continue to pour in their nickels and dimes and pennies on a daily basis. Continue to go to conservativesamerica-coa.org. conservativeamerica-coa.org. The COA is Colors of America. And the colors is Black, Latin, Asian, Caucasian, kinsmen, meaning all the races are one, because we have to be a moral group of people. Because famous Dr. King said, we have to stop judging people by the color of their skin, but by the content of about our character, or their character. With that being said, have a good day. A Better Black America, the #1 urban podcast stateside and worldwide.